Hi, dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Today we are looking at two matches. One is India's victory in the first test with a day to spare at the Firozshah Kotla, where West Indies lost this first test match by 5 wickets, and Australia beginning their clash against South Africa in the first test match here, finishing at 214 for 8. But the feature of the day was Michael Clarke, unbeaten on 100 and he was unbeaten on 107 of 114 balls with 17 fours. He was the one who took the initiative there when the South African bowlers had the Australian batsmen on a tight leash by actually picking up wickets at regular intervals. Now, first I'm going to start off with the match between India and West Indies. Today was the fourth day's play, so they get 1 day of rest here. And the match got over very quickly. It all started with Dravid and Tendulkar starting the innings for India. Resuming their innings. And it was a blow for India as Friedel Edwards got one to reverse swing, and Dravid's castle was disturbed and he was gone. The first wicket bowled by Friedel Edwards for 31 with 3 fours. That was the first wicket. Now, what was very important to see was whether Sachin Tendulkar could go on to get his 100th century in his international career. But Laxman joined him, and as soon as Dravid was out, Laxman was confidence personified. He didn't waste any time. The first ball he got, he just glanced it fine for a boundary and never looked back. He played his classical innings that he normally plays. Tendulkar, on the other hand, was slowly growing in confidence. He was also playing his strokes. He also hit his customary flicks, his pushes past point, his effortless strokes were all there to see. Laxman carried on in the same vein, and that was the partnership which enabled India to win the match. From 162 for 3, when Dravid departed, the score went on to 233, with Tendulkar also playing well along with Laxman. But unfortunately, Tendulkar was a victim there, as Devendra Bishu actually had him LBW with a ball that Tendulkar tried to swipe, and he was LBW for 76 with 10 fours. Laxman was joined in by Yuvraj Singh. Yuvraj Singh was clean bowled by Sami for 18, but Laxman was there to pilot India to victory with an innings of an unbeaten 58 with 6 boundaries. Mahendra Singh Dhoni not out on not. India made it look easy there. 276 for 5 in the end, winning this match by 5 wickets. Friedel Edwards 15 overs 3 minutes 1 for 51. Rampal 10 overs none for 34. Sami 16 overs 2 for 56. Marlon Samuel 16 overs no maiden 1 for 57. Bishu 22 2 56 1. And that was it. Ravichandran Ashwin on his debut getting the man of the match for his splendid bowling figures of 9 wickets in the match. Now one thing is, India would be really charged up here because West Indies would be really ruining this, because the reason being that they were the ones who actually dictated terms by taking a 95-run lead in the first innings, but they couldn't really capitalize on, and the Indian bowlers came into the fray and completely dismantled the West Indian batting lineup, especially Ashwin, who got the man of the match. And India would be very glad with this batting lineup that they have. They have saw to it that they didn't do the same mistakes that they did in the first innings, and they really buckled themselves down and won this test match. So congratulations to India on winning this match at the Firozshah Kotla, the first test match between India and West Indies. Now I take you down to South Africa, where at the Table Mountain, as it calls, the Newlands, Cape Town, the first test match kicked off, and it was South Africa who won the toss, and there was some good wind blowing there, and that's what enabled the South Africans to have the Australian innings on the rack right away. The first wicket to go today, it was a debut for Vernon Philander, and Vernon Philander made a memorable debut, I would say, because first he gave them the breakthrough by claiming the wicket. In fact, not the breakthrough. In fact, he picked up the second wicket of Phil Hughes, but the breakthrough was given by Dale Steyn, who bowled superbly all throughout the day, and today picked up the first wicket as Shane Watson was caught by Callis of the bowling of Steyn for 3. So that was the first wicket to go. After that, Phil Hughes was the debutant's first wicket, as Philander had him edging to Boucher for 9, and Boucher picked up his 500th catch in international cricket. Now, Sean Marsh and Ponting were at the crease. Ponting, well, he hit one very good six of the bowling of Philander, but then Steen got a ball which actually swerved in, and Ponting was committed to the stroke, and the umpire's finger went up as there was a review called for, and Ponting was adjudged. LBW bowled Steen for 8, and that made the Australian innings look in real ruins there at 40 for 3. And then there was this partnership. Sean Marsh was really not really able to force the pace, but he took some blows on himself from Philander. But Michael Clarke joined him, and slowly, I mean, Michael Clarke was also a bit diffident initially, but slowly started gaining confidence. And what was good about Michael Clarke was he started playing in a very positive frame of mind. A beautiful straight dive of Dale Steyn was the signature shot today from Michael Clarke, and he played some very sweet little cuts and pushes down the ground, and he also played some good pull shots. Sean Marsh was giving him good support, playing in a very sedate manner, and he was also, whenever he was striking the ball, stroking the ball, he was stroking it well. And from 40 for 3, Australia recovered to 143 through this very important stand that Sean Marsh and Michael Clarke. But Michael Clarke, as I said, was simply unstoppable. The way he was hitting boundaries at will, which I'll talk about later. Sean Marsh was then dismissed as Steen was firing in very well. He was bowling with lots of pace and movement, and he actually scalped the wicket. In fact, broke the stand there by actually getting Sean Marsh LBW with a good delivery for 44 with 8 fours. Then Michael Clarke was joined in by Hussey, and then from 143 for 3, once again the Australian batting lineup started going down. Because what happened was Michael Hussey, who came there, just made only 1 run, and he was out to a good delivery from Markle, which just moved in a shade, and Hussey edged that to Boucher, and he was gone. Brad Haddin continued his poor form. As you know, he has been really struggling in this season, and he actually was a victim of Steen as he was caught by Prince as he slashed a ball from Steen into the gully region. Prince took the catch and he was walking for 5. Mitchell Johnson stayed there, gave some good company to Michael Clarke for quite some time, but a shorter delivery from Philander was really, tried to play a pull shot onto that. Markle took the catch and he was walking for 20 with 2 boundaries. Ryan Harris, just before close of play, was gone as became Philander's third victim there. The debutant getting 3 victims there for 54 runs as Ryan Harris was caught. Markle bowled Philander for 5. And Michael Clarke, what an innings he has played. In fact, Australia finished the day 1 with rain and bad light stopping play at 214 for 8 here at Newlands in Cape Town, with Michael Clarke unbeaten, the captain of the Australian team, unbeaten on 107 of just 114 deliveries, 17 sweetly timed fours from Michael Clarke, showing absolute positivity after coming to the crease. Peter Siddle was not out on not. 214 for 8 was the score for Australia on day 1 of this first test match between Australia and South Africa at Newlands in Cape Town. Dale Steyn, 14 overs, 4 maidens, 4 for 31, bowled superbly, lots of plays, lots of swing, and good movement of the pitch. Vernon Philander was looking good. He was getting some good bounce because of that height, and that made him earn 16 overs, 2 maidens, 54 runs and 3 wickets. Morn Markle always bowled well, 13 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 58. Imran Tahir, the leg spinner, was nicely handled by Michael Clarke. As you know, Michael Clarke is a very good player of spin, so he bowled 6 overs, 1 maiden, none for 26. Jack Scalise, 6 overs cost him 37 runs. And today, Imran Tahir, the leg spinner, and Vernon Philander made the debut. But Vernon Philander made his debut really count there. And he said the Australian batsman had no respite because it was Dale Steyn who was bowling well, Vernon Philander was bowling on, Morn Markle was chipping in, and it was very difficult for the Australian batsman. But I thought Michael Clarke, grabbed that initiative away from South Africa with that wonderful century, and that's the precise reason their score stands at 214 for 8 today. So kudos to Michael Clarke for that wonderful innings, and he'll be resuming it tomorrow with some tail-end assistance probably coming in from Peter Siddle and Nathan Lyon, who is also playing in this test match. Well, other than that, I don't have anything else to say, dear friends and subscribers. I hope you all enjoyed my cricket show, Cricket Happenings. Thanks for watching Cricket Happenings and listening to Cricket Happenings. Your host Ram will see you tomorrow. Thank you.